all my mom's tea blends. Motherwort, peppermint, rosemary, and cinnamon. It's like, you know, making a little potion. A little potion. We have the first of the April showers happening right now. So pretty. I don't know if you can tell how. Wait. It's funny, it's April 3rd. 1 month till my birthday. Well, tomorrow 1 month to my birthday. And I started this vlog, and like playing around with this camera in March. And I was looking at like the footage, and it's so funny to see in just like a couple of weeks how much nature has changed and just come back to life, and slowly but surely like the birds come back. And hold on, I need chapstick. So it's just like slowly but surely the birds come back, and the bugs are back, and like the squirrels are back, and I just saw a chipmunk. I'm sure in a couple of weeks I'll start seeing rabbits, the deer are showing up, and then also like everything slowly is getting greener, and like things are starting to blossom, or even just to like you're starting to see like the little blooms. And this whole month I've kind of been just thinking about change. I think just because from watching it made me think about it, and so much has changed in my life, and like but also hasn't at the same time. And it's this time of year where I start to think about like, okay, like what's next? Like, is anything changing? Potentially, TBD, we'll see, you know. And someone asked me a while ago, like, how did you know you could change, or like something along those lines. And it's just like that's just been on my mind recently. Probably Mercury retrograde. But it's like making me think, like, what does it take to change? I've been looking around and like watching this footage, like just look around you. Like nature shows you what it takes to change, and the reality is that it's not pretty, and the reality is that you have to like shed everything and be pretty naked and transparent and show up with nothing, as bare as the trees in the winter, in order to start over again. I think that's like the scariest part for people, is that you have to shed everything. And I've shed so much, and like it's also a continuous cycle. Like once you start, you can't stop. And you have to be real, and you have to be honest. That's another thing that everybody's not ready to do. You know, like to really change your thought patterns, to change your actions, to change, you know, these just like toxic patterns that you have, to change your life, to be something new. Or not something new, but like to continue evolving as a person, you have to be really fucking honest. And honest with other people, but you have to be really fucking honest with yourself. Because I feel like it's been, my life in the last couple of years has really been in these stages of getting, like the first thing was like being honest. Being honest with myself, being honest with people around me, like what do I want and what don't I want? And it not mattering whether, and not mattering what the fallout was, but it is what it is. I'm living a life that I don't actually want. What do I actually want? And what do I have to do to get there? And then you have to make the hard choices, and you have to, like, this is the other hard part. You have to let people go. You have to, like, really leave people behind. I saw something, I think it was on TikTok the other day, and somebody was like, you ask the universe to remove what's not serving you, but then you're mad because all your friends, like, you're losing all of your friends. Well, like, be careful what you ask for. And that is, like, real. If what is happening in your life and the people around you aren't serving you, and you truly want to make change in your life, you have to get rid of those people that aren't serving you. And you have to change the patterns in which you connect with people. And that's really hard to do. And you have to be honest in order to do that. You have to be real with yourself, and then you have to actually do it and sit with the consequences. But if you're, like, really doing it, you know, and not in a, like, surface or, like, self-indulgent way, like, removing all of that stuff just opens more doors. But then you kind of go through these cycles, I feel, of, like, being shown. Once you start recognizing, like, the pattern, you start recognizing how it's being constantly, like, repeated through your life and being shown back to you and constantly being tested of, is this something that you're going to continue to do? And then it's like, okay, like, lesson no. Like, you kind of never stop doing that, I think. But cat hair. But it just, like, gets easier. And you spot the pattern faster. And you get better and better and better at making a different decision. And that is what creates change. And then if you want to keep going, then it's when, like, everything material gets stripped away. I feel like that's kind of where I am, where the last 2 years are, like, the humblest years of my life. Like, I felt like, which is, like, they've not in a way where, like, I didn't have anything, or, like, I didn't have what I needed. It wasn't even, like, the brokest periods of my life, but, like, I've never felt such, like, humility and being forced to rely on people, being forced to ask for help, being forced to, and, you know, this is probably different for everybody, because maybe everybody's not attached to, like, materials or places in the same way that I'm attached to, like, literal places or homes and materials. And I've had to just, even my finances have been so stripped back, like, getting rid of all of my subscriptions. Just has been, I've just felt it's been this huge, complete clear out. Like, you want to talk about a clear out? Like, my bank is cleared out, my stuff is cleared out, like, and I also, like, to, like, voluntarily just, like, keep getting rid of shit, like, get all of this away from me. I have a huge Goodwill bag to go over there, but I see it as, like, getting back, I'm, like, embracing the bare bones, and it's so freeing to be bare bones and to be, like, I don't know what it is. I mean, I know that everything is being stripped away because I'm also learning all of these lessons and really figuring out what I want to build next, and building it from scratch, and building it without clutter from the past, or emotions from the past, or toxic and bad patterns of my own through the past. Like, building something new and intentional and fulfilling, and that I will take care of. Like, I love materials, but I don't always take good care of things, or take good care of myself. It's like taking care of my new life, you know, and like learning new patterns and learning new habits to carry through. But I'm also really enjoying, like, but I mean, I think it is also hard too, obviously, because like I compare myself to other people, and I think about what people think about me, and I already feel behind, even though I know that I'm not. And like, it's gonna be 10 years since I graduated high school. I'm gonna be 28. So like, of course those like negative things creep in, and comparing, and get caught up in like maybe like where I think I should be or where other people think I should be. But mostly I'm just really, really grateful and really, really humble. And I wouldn't go back and undo any of the change that I've made. I don't, you know, like I wouldn't really, I don't want another path. I think there's just too like such trust with yourself and with the universe and like with people around you, like people around me, like trust that I've built and like lean on, and trust that things will work out. Truly walking blind here. Truly haven't got a clue what's gonna happen next. Which gets scary, but when I just said that out loud, that got me like excited. Because that means like anything could happen. And I think part of building that trust is like living with the seasons and really being in tune and with the cycles of nature, because you know, what does it take to change? The world shows us. And it doesn't stay winter forever. Slowly but surely everything comes back to life again and blooms and gets brighter and more beautiful and more abundant. And just as much as winter is promised, so is summer. So I guess if you want to create change, you have to be brave enough to trust that it'll work out in the end, or that what you're doing will make a difference.
Let this be your reminder that it is okay to eat, babe. It is okay to eat.